Hello my dear students, once again I am here and this time we are going to start exercise 13.2 which is for inverse proportion in your book. So as we discussed in the live class that inverse proportion is simply what? That when we are having two quantities and out of those two quantities one is increasing and other is decreasing, then it will be a case of inverse proportion. Okay. So very important thing is that how you will judge that the case is direct proportion or inverse proportion. Okay. So I gave you the example that when we are having number of spokes, if there are 4 spokes in a wheel, the angle between them will be 90 degree. But when the number of spokes will be 8, the angle between them will be 45 degree. So number of spokes are increasing and the angle between them is decreasing. So this is a direct case of inverse proportion. So first of all, you will have to understand that how you will say direct or inverse. The only thing you will have to judge that you look for both the quantities. If one of them is increasing and other of them is decreasing, it is a case of inverse proportion. If both of them are increasing or both of them are decreasing, it is a case of direct proportion. Okay. Have a look at question number 1. Which of the following are in inverse proportion? You will have to simply tell that inverse proportion or direct proportion. The number of workers on a job and the time to complete the job. There are two things, number of workers and time to complete. So if the number of workers will increase, the time will decrease or increase? Time will surely decrease. If number of people will more, they will finish the job in less time. So it is a case of inverse proportion. It is the case of inverse proportion. Okay. Have a look at the next one. The time taken for a journey and the distance traveled in a uniform speed. Speed is uniform. Now time taken and the distance. So as much distance we will have to travel, that much more time we will take. As much less distance we will have to travel, that much less time we will take. So both of the things are increasing or decreasing. So it is a case of direct proportion. It is direct proportion. Let us see question number 3. Area of cultivated land and the crop harvested. Ki as much area, as much more area we will have, as much more crop we will get, as much less area we will have, as much less crop we will get. Yes, it is true that as the crop will increase by the area. So both of the things are increasing or decreasing simultaneously. So this is also a case of direct proportion. Now, question number 4. The time taken for a fixed journey and the speed of the vehicle. Now, distance is fixed. Journey का जो distance है वो fixed है. So you will have to say कि time taken or speed. So as much more speed will be there, that much less time we will use. As much less speed will be there, that much more time we will take. So one of them is increasing, other of them is decreasing. So this way we can say it is for inverse proportion. So only thing you will have to see that out of the two quantities, if both of them are increasing or both of them are decreasing, it is a case of direct proportion. If out of the two quantity, one of them is increasing, other of them is decreasing, it is a case of inverse proportion. Have a look at the next one. The population of a country and the area of land per person. If we are having 4 people in a room, we will get more area. If in the same room 10 people are there, everyone will get less area. If 2 people will come, then they will get more area. So number of people are less, more area they will get. Number of people are more, less area they will get. So it is a case of inverse proportion. That is why it is a case of inverse proportion. So in the first question, you will simply have to write direct proportion or inverse proportion. Okay. Now, in question number 2, there is a table that if the number of winner is 1, the prize secured by each winner will be 1 lakh. The price is fixed. Now if the winner will be 2, the prize will be distributed amongst 2. If the winners are 4, the prize will be distributed among 4. So as many more winners will be there, as much less amount each prize winner will get. So it is a case of inverse proportion. You can see that it is a case of inverse proportion. Winners and prize amount. So if the winner is 1, prize amount was 1 lakh. If the winner is 2, the prize amount is 50,000. If the winner are 4, what is the prize amount? Then for 5, then for 8, then for 10, and in the end for 20. So you will have to complete this table. I'm writing it X, Y, Z, A, P. So we missed to describe that in inverse proportion. In inverse proportion, the law will be x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. And how we got this law? That x1 is inversely proportional to y1. So x1 is equals to k upon y1. So the value of k will be x1 y1, and similarly the value of k will be x2 y2. So x1 y1 will be equals to x2 y2. Okay, now you can choose any of them, and then you can, this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. So 2 into 50,000 is equals to 4 into x. So x will be 2 into 50,000 upon 4. So I got 25,000. So if the prize winners will be 4, each one of them will get a prize of 25,000 rupees. Similarly, I can get it ahead. 2 into this was the second part. Third part, better to say, this is fourth part. 2 into 50,000 is equals to 4 into 4, no sorry, 5. 5 into y. So y will be 2 into 50,000 upon 5, 10,000. So if the prize winners are 5, each of them will get a prize of 20,000 only. So this way we will calculate rest of the things. I hope you can calculate them. You don't need my help. So this was question number 2. Now let us see question number 3. As you know that this is the exercise of inverse proportion. So every time the formula is going to remain same. Every time I am going to write inverse proportion. But you will have to judge it first, that why it is inverse proportion. Because in exam you will not be able to find out this. The phone is there. Okay. Now let us see the next question. In the next question, it is the example of that spoke, number of spoke and the angle between them. So number of spokes and angle between them. So if there are 4 angles, the angle between them is 90. If there are 6 spokes, angle between them is 60. And then you will have to find for 8, 10 and 12. Then you will have to find for 8, 10 and 12. Let us write it A, B and C. Now as we have discussed this example earlier on only, that as many spokes will be there, as much less angle will be there. If the spokes are increasing, angle will be decreasing. So it is an inverse proportion. You can take 4 or 90, you can take 6 or 60, it is up to you. So 4 into 90 is equals to 8 into A, and hence A is equals to 4 into 90 upon 8, 4 2s are 8, and then it is 45. So the value of angle A is 45 degree. Similarly, we can get the value of B. This is first part. Then second part, 6 into 60 से भी निकाल सकते हैं. We got 10 into B. So B is equals to 6 into 60 upon 10. 10 6 is 60, 36 degree. And I'm very sure by the same way you can calculate for 12 spokes also. Okay. Are the number of spokes and the angle formed between the pair of consecutive spokes in inverse proportion? Yes. You will have to also calculate for 15 spokes. Once you have calculated for 12, then you will have to also calculate for 15 spokes. Let us write it D here. And then one more thing, you will have how many spokes would be needed if the angle between the pair of consecutive spokes is 40 degree. और एक क्वेश्चन है कि अगर 40 डिग्री है तो कितने स्पोक होंगे. So that way also we can calculate. फिर से वही कि the angle is decreasing, so the spokes will be more. Since angle has decreased, so spokes will increase. So 4 into 90 is equals to E into 40. So E will be 4 into 90 upon 40, 0 and 0, 4 and 4. We got 9 spokes. So when the spokes will be 9, that time the angle will be 40 degree. Okay. I'm very sure this is clear. This was question number 3. Okay. Now let us see question number 4. I have calculated the value of A, B and E. The rest of the values you will have to calculate on your own. I'm very sure you might have completed exercise 13.1 and you have submitted also in the Google Classroom. Those who have not, submit it fast. Question number 4. Now question number 4 is saying that if a box of sweet is divided among 24 children, each will get 5 sweets. Number of children and number of sweets. Two things are there. Number of children and number of sweets, each of them getting. So 24 children were there, then each of them were getting 5 sweets. How many would each get if the number of children is reduced by 4? Now reduced by 4 means 4 कम हो गया. 4 कम हो गया यानी कि now it is 24 minus 4, that is 20. अब ये हो गया 20. तो कितनी मिठाइयाँ मिलेंगी? Now if the people have reduced, तो मिठाइयाँ तो ज़्यादा हैं, तो number of sweets will be increased. Number of sweets will be more. Okay, so number of children have reduced, the number of sweets have increased, so it is an inverse proportion. And once it is an inverse proportion clear, then the formula will be this. So in this question you should be very careful. You should not write it here 4. बच्चे घटकर 4 नहीं हो गए, 4 बच्चे घट गए. 4 बच्चे घट गए तो 24 में से 4 माइनस हुआ, we got 20. Okay, so A is equals to 24 into 5 upon 20. 5 4s are 4 6s are. Now each of them will get 6 pieces of sweets. Earlier you were getting 5 pieces of sweets. Now every one of you will get 6 pieces of sweets. Okay. So this was question number 4. Now question number 5. A farmer had enough food to feed 20 animals in his cattle for 6 days. So number of animals and number of days. Number of animals and number of days. So he is having 20 animals, 6 days. 20 animals, 6 days. how long would the food last if there were 10 more animals in his kettle? Now 10 more animals have come. So earlier he was having 20 animals. Now 10 more animals have come. So now how many animals he has? 20 plus 10, that is 30 animals. And then you will have to calculate how many days it will go for. So since the amount of food is same, so if the same amount of food was sufficient for 20 animals for 6 days, for 30 animals it will be for less. These जानवर तो जल्दी खा जाएंगे उसको. So it is inverse proportion. Number of animals are increasing, the number of days will decrease. So 20 into 6 is equals to 30 into A, and hence A is equals to 20 into 6 upon 30. 0 and 0 is cancelled. 3 2 just 6. Within 4 days only everything will be finished. Farmer will be in deep trouble. Let us see question number 6. In question number 6, what has happened? A contractor estimates that 3% could rewire Jasminder house in 4 days. If he used 4% instead of 3, how long would it take to complete the job? Number of person and number of days. Number of person and number of days. Question number 6. And number of days. 4 persons were doing a job in 3 days. No, I have written it in wrong reverse manner. Yes. 3 persons will do it in 4 days. How long will 4 persons will take? Now since the number of people have increased, so they will take less time. So number of people have increased, so now number of days will decrease. So it is the inverse proportion. 3 into 4, 4 into x, and x is equals to 3 into 4 upon 4. 4 and 4 cancel, so they will finish the job in 3 days. Finish up this much work, and then rest of the few questions we will discuss in the live class. And there, once the exercise is complete, then you will have to send it to me on the Google Classroom. Okay, I'm extending a day to send you for 13.1. So 13.1 you will have to send me till Tuesday night. Okay, then take care and finish off your work.